Hello, my name is Chris Vody, and welcome to another edition of DDPY PCS. So, let's talk about my first week doing DDPY. Well, it's had a positive effect so far. Before I'd done it, I felt like there was 50-pound weights on my body. That when I tried to move, I just moved very sluggish, and it hurt so much. After the first time I did it, I felt like I'd lost 20 pounds. That I was 20 pounds lighter. Not that I actually lost weight, but the weights that I felt that was extra was just, I was lighter. I was able to move more freely. There was still a bit of pain. I still felt a bit sluggish, but I felt a bit more freedom. And after the second and the third, there was an improvement, but it was still a very minor improvement. So I still have the difficulty in walking, but it's just like I can move. And not only just in walking, but in my, just everywhere. I mean, it still hurts when I stretch my back and lifting my arms up. There's still a little bit of pain, but it's less. You know, I feel almost like I'm swimming through the air now rather than like I was moving through jello. And I'm not as afraid anymore to stretch my body a little bit. Actually, I just kind of hurt a little bit right there. But before, I was so scared I wouldn't even try it. So I am noticing a positive improvement after 1 week of doing DDPY. Obviously, results are going to be different from person to person, but this is just about what I've experienced. As far as tracking my measurements, my weight and my blood pressure has always remained in a good spot, so I'm not too worried about that. In fact, I don't even really need to track that anymore, but I'm still going to, just to be thorough. But my weight, I started before my first one. I think it was Friday I get it measured. I get my weight and blood pressure measured every Wednesday and Friday. Well, the Friday before, I was at 158. And this Friday, I was at 162. So I actually gained weight. Now, I don't think it's DDPY that caused me to gain weight, but it may have had an effect. It is well known that when you start a new exercise and new diet, you're going to gain weight. So, it's not surprising that I did. Now, I did say a new diet because I actually have started eating more. Before, I only usually ate 1 meal a day. Primarily because I get so overwhelmed and I don't feel like cooking, or that I'm trying to reserve food since I don't have a whole lot of money. But that's not really healthy. So I'm trying to have more to eat throughout the day. Trying to get back to 3 meals a day. Ideally, I'd like to get to 5 or 6 meals a day, but 3 for right now is good. So I've been trying to eat more, so that might explain the weight gain. As well as doing the new exercise, that could also explain it. In a few weeks, once my body gets used to the exercise and the extra food, I should probably start losing weight again. As far as my PCS goes, I do notice that there is some issue when I'm working out. All the breathing that I'm doing makes it difficult for me to function during the exercise, but I push myself anyways. And I have noticed that after I'm done with the workout, I have a minor headache. And this isn't like the brain squishing thing that I'm talking about. I'm just talking about a regular headache. Now, this could be the result of doing something new that my body's not used to, or my brain's not used to. Or this could just be a byproduct of my disability. I've had difficulty where I have to breathe excessively and it kind of hurts my mind. And I have read in my research on yoga and post-concussion syndrome that those that suffer with headaches with post-concussion syndrome will also experience headaches with yoga. Now, even if this is the case that because of my disability I'm going to experience headaches, I'm still going to continue with it. It's just going to be a minor annoyance. And I don't really take aspirin unless I absolutely have to, so it's just going to be one of those things that if I'm going to do yoga, I'm going to hurt after I'm done. But I do hope that as I continue with this more and more, that my mind will get stronger as my body gets stronger. I don't know if that'll happen, and signs kind of point to no, that won't happen, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe it could. I mean, medical science has never really been up on what's considered new agey, and certainly yoga falls into that category, but it's also known that exercise is as important as anything else. So I feel like I'm kind of going in unknown waters here on whether or not that this will help. And part of my reason for doing this is the hope that it can. But I also know that most likely it won't, but it will improve my body. Now, I have started a new thing. Something that my mother introduced to me. It's called golden milk. What it is it's basically turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. And the way she does is she boils those in water. And I think she also puts coconut oil in there as well. She boils it, pours it into a cup, and then pours coconut milk in there. So I also got a very interesting Christmas gift this week. It got sent to me in the mail. I got these yoga blocks. I never knew there was such a thing as yoga blocks, but you know, I've been telling anyone and everyone I could that I'm doing this. Partly because I think more people should do it, and if I show them that I'm doing it, maybe they'll be inspired to do it themselves. But also because I'm proud that I'm doing it and I'm sticking with it and I'm staying committed to it. So, a very good friend of mine for Christmas bought these for me to help me out. And according to others on the DDPY Facebook group, they can actually help out during the sessions. So I'm looking forward to using those. So there's really not much more for me to report on. You know, weight gain, change of diet, 3 successful sessions through this week. Probably the hardest part for me is I want to do this every single day. But starting out, you know, 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. And I just got to do that, and then with the weekend, you know, I have 2 days off. So, give my body a chance to rest and build itself up. But I am hoping by week 3, I can start doing something every day. And my plan is, when I'm not doing yoga on a day, I'm doing like a bed exercise. Or actually, what I'd prefer to do is a bed exercise every day, but still 3 times a week, do an hour exercise. So that's going to do it for me today. Be sure to check out my description box below. There I have my Patreon, and I could use a little help, not only to make better videos for Concrete Desk Productions, but also to try to get myself health insurance so I can try to get better as far as my disability goes. If you don't want to do Patreon, I got my PayPal down below there. I also got my website for all of the books that I've written. You can find them all there, as well as my Udemy for the course that I've created. So there are plenty of ways that you can help me out. I'm looking forward to week 2 doing DDPY, and just closing out. BAM! I can't do it as loud because there are people sleeping right now, but you know.